What a wild ride the past 10 weeks have been. The summer has absolutely flown by, and even more so, reflecting on 2024 so far has just been the most life-changing year of my life, the most transformational year of my life. It's been the best year of my life in many ways, and also the scariest. And when we think about starting to work on ourselves and enter into our fitness journeys and accomplish goals that pertain to our own selves and our own bodies, it can be so challenging to just start because it never feels like the right time or the perfect time, or you have so many other things going on. I'm here to tell you that life is always going to be filled with those types of excuses. The thing that separates those of us who completed this driven challenge and those of us that never got started are having actions, having set goals, beyond just having those goals, having the actions to actually follow through for ourselves. And that is the toughest work that one person can do, is show up for yourself and act for yourself, because it's scary and it's hard and it's uncomfortable and it's unknown, and all of that just feels very uncertain and very challenging at the same time. But that is what separates those of us who actually change, seek change, and apply it to our lives and get better each and every day. That's what this driven challenge was all about. I knew for myself, being in such a transitional time, starting this challenge, many of you didn't even realize what I was doing behind the scenes with starting Ground's Inner Circle. This is still a baby company, if you will. It's still in development, and at that time of starting this, it was a really scary time for me to say to the internet I was going to show up here, document my progress, and make sure I was still prioritizing myself and not getting lost in this new era of my life, which was unknown and stressful and time-consuming, but also quite beautiful. And I feel like when you add in that structure of working towards yourself, that is what makes you the best version of you. You have to wrap your mind around working on yourself each and every day is fun. And if you can't get there, it does make shit a lot more challenging. And the other thing that really impacted my life this past year, actually many years, is what's made me who I am today and how I'll continue to live my life. But thinking about who you are surrounding yourself with. Are you surrounding yourself with a team of people? And when I say team, I don't necessarily mean coworkers. It can truly mean anyone in your life. Are you surrounded by a team or a group of people or someone in your life that challenges you, that you look to and aspire to be like? And this isn't in a competition comparison game mode. It's more so, are you surrounding yourself with those people that help you to level up, that challenge you, that encourage you, that you see living life effortlessly, or, doing the hard things, yet they're still making the time for themselves? That's the type of situation that will continue to make you stronger. That's what self-development is all about. If you are just surrounded by people who stay stagnant in their lives and who are maybe toxic or who don't support your goals, it is going to be more challenging for you to level up. It's going to be more challenging for you to continue to grow as a person. Not that you can't do that on your own, but surrounding yourself with people who encourage you and who push you out of that comfort zone is probably exactly what you need. I do hope this driven challenge has been a space for you to feel challenged and pushed and maybe question some of the things that you've been doing, or maybe things that you haven't been doing, maybe actions you want to take that you haven't started yet. I hope that this channel remains a safe space for you, but also an encouraging space that kind of pushes you to level up a bit. Because I want to be that person for you. That's exactly what Ground's Inner Circle is all about, is continuing to challenge and support all the women that I help each and every week to continue to be the best version of themselves, because self-development never ends. It never should end, and you're never too young or too old to start the self-development process. Maybe you're like, Kara, we're talking about a fitness journey here. Why are you talking about self-development? That is the key to success. It's not just about the macros. It's not just about those scale weigh-ins. It's about doing that deep internal work to change the way you show up for yourself each and every day. And I can sit here and confidently say that I continue to push myself each and every day, as uncomfortable as it is. On those days when it's really hard for me and I'd rather not, I am still showing up and doing that. So I always want to be that person for you. And I want to remind you that you are worth it. Quit thinking that you are not. So maybe you're joining this challenge late or watching these videos back at a later date, and that's fine. Use these videos to quit making those excuses for yourself, to quit saying, oh, well, I have all these other things I have to do, or this just feels too hard. Everyone has shit going on. We all have difficult times in our lives. We all have different things that we struggle with. Sometimes you do have to choose your hard in life, and we do have choices that we make on a daily basis. So also, I'm going to say some real shit to you right now. Quit playing victim in your own life. Quit doing that and start showing up for yourself, because it's not any easier for me than it is for each and every one of you. And those people that you aspire to be like, that are super successful and you don't know how they do it every single day, it's because they just freaking do it. They show up for themselves and they have that instilled belief that it's worth it to them. That even though it may be hard to get in that workout first thing in the morning or late at night, it's worth it to them because it helps them be the person that they want to be. And that's exactly what I'm hoping to role model for all of you moving forward on this channel. But I just wanted to reflect a bit here at the end of this vlog. I am going to review in detail my own personal progress from these 10 weeks. In addition, some shout outs from some of you all in the progress that you have made during the Driven Challenge. When it comes to self-development, I have to reflect on my own personal journey from the past year of my life, not only 2024, but looking back this past year. In some ways, I'm a new woman. And in other ways, I look at it and I say, no, Kara, that is the woman that you've had inside of you. You were just too fucking scared to unleash her. And that is who shows up each and every day now.
With going to LA, it gave me 2 full weeks of being away from the hospital. It gave me 2 full weeks of any outside influence. Quite honestly, Jason's wanted me to quit my job for like years now. He always wanted me to do my own thing. It just fell in his lap quicker. But he's always really wanted me to do my own thing. He's always felt like I was destined for something more and kind of wished I would see myself in the eyes that he sees me. And it's taken me a long time to get to the point to have the confidence to feel and know I can be successful on my own. And
when I made that decision to quit my job May of 2023, it changed everything for me. I didn't look back for a second, and I still continue to not look back, to not regret that decision, to not really think that much about that time of my life, to be honest with you, like I thought I was going to. That was probably one of the biggest risks I've ever taken in my entire life. And I did it, and I went all in on myself. And that is what I'm challenging each and every one of you to continue to do, or if you haven't started already, to do it for yourself now. I am proof that it's never too late. And this can go bigger than fitness. This can be career as well. But leaving that job finally allowed me to validate myself for who I am meant to be in this world and to have no excuses, but to lean into it. So not only did I quit that position and quit what felt very comfortable and easy for me with a fantastic paycheck and benefits and pension and all that stuff, but I knew I wasn't happy and I wasn't fulfilling what I was meant to do. And at the end of the day, I knew I was gonna have regret in my life. Like if I got hit by a car tomorrow, that's how I felt. I was gonna regret that I lived my whole life and never took a chance on myself. To me, it's just such an obvious thing to do, yet it's so many people relate to this. And when I went all in on myself, I did it beyond just leaving that job. I am freaking invested in an entirely new business with Jason and I starting our Airbnb business. I know I don't talk about that a lot, but we do have a video. If you missed that at some point, we went all in on investing in an Airbnb, and we do hope to do more. We're just kind of waiting it out and kind of I'm a data type girl, I'm a numbers girl, so we're just taking some time to get historical data here for how things are looking.
I always feel proud of you, but I feel really proud of us.
Yeah, you should feel proud of yourself.
I'm very proud of us. We've worked very hard. This didn't come easy. We legitimately dumped our entire life savings.
Nervous?
I'm just excited. I'm so excited. More than anything. I think my nerves have gone away now.
Been a long time coming.
Oh yeah. I'm already feeling emotional. Shit.
It's right there.
But who quits their job, their security, and then buys a freaking home in Virginia? Like, that person was not me 2 years ago. Like, who is this person taking all these risks? I started saying yes to all the things that called to me, and I started saying no to the things that didn't serve me anymore, and started speaking up for myself and doing so in a way that I didn't sit there and overanalyze every word I said and how people would look at me differently. I started living my life for me at 40 years old is when I finally started living my life. And so a lot of big risks have been made. And beyond that, also starting the Grounds Inner Circle. I took my time this past year really just leaning into the influencer role and better building my skills as a content creator. Many of you know Jason still handles all my YouTube editing, but my short form content, I pretty much do all of that, and he'll help me with it or give me opinions, help me with things for sure. But I want to give myself some credit with the amount that I've grown as a content creator this past year. And that's something that didn't feel natural to me. I never even considered myself a content creator before. And I actually have quite enjoyed that this past year. And it's not easy. It's way harder than it looks. It's way more time consuming than it looks. It's challenging. It's competitive. It's demanding. You have to do it on days when you don't feel like showing up. It's a tough job, but I really had a lot of fun with it this past year. And I love that I've learned from it. And I finally have felt challenged in my life. Do you ever feel that way? Like you're just kind of going through the day to day and you're never feeling challenged by anything anymore. And while challenge is scary, I feel like when you're living a life where you're not challenging yourself and you're not growing, that's even scarier to me. It really is, because that's where you stop like taking in the small things and really appreciating your life and what we have here. So many people just take advantage of what we have each and every single day. So jumping in all in on myself has been scary as shit. But most of you see me and you're like, the way you glow now, the radiance about you, or even physically how I look. It's part of the equation that resulted from leaving something that was making me so unhappy. I was in an environment surrounded by people that didn't lift me up, that didn't challenge me, that didn't feel supportive. It felt the opposite. It felt like it was literally ruining me as a person, and I felt like I was losing myself in that. And so if you relate to any of that on any level, I'm here to tell you, you can make changes in any area of your life, but it does require hard work. It requires diving deep into really what's in your life that's making you unhappy and being confident that you can do something about it and not giving up on yourself, because so many of us give up so quickly before we even have time to see progress. It takes at least a year to see progress for most people. And many of us think that's a long-term goal, and oftentimes that's a short-term goal. When I thought about leaving the hospital and where my career would be a year and a half out, I wasn't really sure, you guys. I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was going to take me a long time. Number one, going into just like pivoting my career, and number two, doing this career now from home, where my husband also works from home, and kind of navigating that whole balance. So here I sit a year and a half, almost a year and a half from that decision, and I'm still figuring it out, but I feel like I'm finally in a flow with things, and that's a year and a half later. So what, if I 8 months in felt like I wasn't good enough, should I just thrown in the towel and walked away and went crying back to the hospital? Fuck no. Like, this is just not how we need to proceed in life. We have to be patient. We have to give ourselves time to adjust, to adapt, and to see results. And that's not to say that sometimes we don't reassess because things aren't working and we switch them up, but we have to give ourselves enough time here in this space of working on ourselves and pushing towards the hard goals to really see what we can become. Because when you allow yourself to live in that space, it's truly magical and there's nothing better. And my only regret is truly just not doing it sooner. Wow, I cannot believe we are in the final week of the Driven Challenge, and I am completing the final week of the Grounds Olympics. This has been a really fun 4-week program, and I've been kind of reflecting as I went through my workout today, thinking about all that I've personally accomplished the past technically 11 weeks, but I went through a full series of Forever Fit Again, and am now about to complete the Grounds Olympics programming. And it's just been really cool to have these kind of short-term deadlines within this challenge for myself, because I am someone that really, I feel like over the years has built the discipline. I love working out, eating healthy, all of those things I've really just instilled in my lifestyle. But being able to set these other small deadlines just kind of helps re-motivate me and fire me up to work towards my goals. So I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this gym that I'm working out in is really where lifting got started for me. So it's very nostalgic, number one, to be here. And number two, it's very motivating to me because this gym helped me, the trainers that were previously here, it's under new ownership, helped me accomplish so many goals. This is where I became confident. This is where I learned how to push into discomfort, which was something that was unfamiliar territory to me, and now is something that I lean right into. So it's been really great to be back in this gym, and even though the Grounds Games are ending this week for many of you, I encourage you to still continue to set those smaller goals for yourself if you felt that this helped give you that structure that you needed, because honestly, many of us need structure in our lives to just stay motivated and to have fun with it, quite honestly, to not be complacent. So I encourage you to continue to find different ways to have fun with your fitness. Grounds app is a great way to do so. We always have ongoing challenges and different offerings. So if you've never tried Grounds app, I will leave it down in the description box that 7-day free trial. Select me as your trainer. Honestly, it's such a good value. It's really helped me this past year maintain this level of leanness and fitness throughout what's been a really transitional year of my life. It's been quite a wild ride. I may have to do a full video on that sometime, just reflecting on this past year. But even though we are ending out the Driven Challenge, the Grounds Games, it shouldn't stop for you here, friends. So go down to the comments and tell me what's next for you with your fitness goals. Good morning, everyone. I have a little confession to make. It's honesty hour over here because that's part of this process. Last week was the first week that I failed to accomplish my cardio schedule. So I kind of set out on this journey to complete 3 runs every week and doing a session of HIIT training within that or in addition to that. And last week was just a no-go for me. I ran once, but that was it. Beyond that, I was getting my 10K steps, but it is what it is. It's a new week and I'm just moving forward. That's all we can do is kind of assess what happened and why maybe we didn't prioritize it or what got in our way and move forward. So this week is the week of no excuses. Actually, the next 2 weeks are gonna be no excuses because I go to Europe in exactly 2 weeks and I'm a little stressy because of that. This will be my first time really taking a trip away while working for myself that I'm feeling a little pressure, you know, like just getting ahead, being on top of things, and just feeling very organized with everything. So for that reason, I feel like I've been a little scattered and I just really have to nail down my to-do list every single day for the next 2 weeks. So today, taking you through my day, I already got my lift in this morning. The Grounds Olympics is finished. We're gonna talk a little bit more on reflection with that later in this video, but I got my lift in and Jason's gonna walk the dogs, so I'm gonna go get my run in while he walks the dogs. Normally I would go with him, but sometimes when I do that, it's not that it gets me behind per se, but I kind of in my mind use that as like, oh, I already got my steps in, so I don't have to go for a run. And for me, mentally, I feel my best when I go for a run. It definitely does something for my soul. It's really good thinking time for me as well. So I'm getting ready for my run. I wanted to share what I'm eating pre-run because I get this question a lot, and it does vary day to day. But today, I am having my Ghost protein coffee. Nothing has changed here. The Oreo is my tried and true when it comes to the coffee. Ounce of creamer, 12 ounces of Starbucks cold brew. Biggity bam, 25 grams of protein right there. Something light on my stomach, easily digestible is what I usually go to in terms of what I eat before I run. So I look like a child the way I cut out my toast. It just tastes better in tiny squares, you know? But Ezekiel toast is something that digests very easily for me. I want to get in a good amount of carbohydrates before I run. And I did do a little bit of butter on there too. So a little bit of fat, which, you know, you do need to be careful with how much fat you consume before workouts or cardio because it's the hardest to digest. But a little bit of butter goes over very well for me. So this is going to be my pre-run fuel, and it's a gorgeous day out. It's like a fall day today, so I just cannot not go get my run in today. I don't have a planned distance. I really haven't been doing a ton of distance type runs. So today is just going to be like feeling it out. I'm going to see how it goes, and I'll probably take you along with me too.
Do you want to see my breakfast? The breakfast is salmon, raw garlic and onion, and asparagus. And shame on you. You didn't even tell them.
Oh my God.
You didn't even tell them.
Because baby.
You didn't even tell them.
I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you. That was going to be my breakfast, but I was like, you know what? I don't think salmon's going to go over well in my belly before I run. But huge celebration. I got to finish up this toast first.
That'll be your toast.
You can. I feel like you should tell him this is...
We have 500,000 subscribers on the Jason Core YouTube channel with Bruce Wayne and Joey Justice.
500,026 to be exact as of this morning. It's probably going up as we speak, which is just mind blown. Honestly, it's so cool how this happened. Just a little story time. Yesterday, I was helping Jason film a video for his channel. And so we're out in public filming, and we're at the gas station.
And I wasn't having a good day either.
It was not a good day for him, just like how you were feeling, energy. It was just all kind of a mess for him. We were filming, and I go to like pull out of the gas station, and someone's pulled up right next to us. I'm like, this is kind of weird. Why are you so close, bro? And he's like smiling and like has his window rolled down, smiling at us. And so we met. Should I say his full name? Because okay. Anyways,
I don't want to put people on blast.
I remembered it though. But anyway, so he pulled up. He had a Corso, followed the channel. So that was really cool. We chatted with them for a bit, and then we left the gas station. We were filming elsewhere, and got recognized a second time. I was just standing there with the dogs next to a car that was parked, and the woman was just like staring and smiling, and I think it took her a minute to realize who these dogs were, and Jason came over, and she was just starstruck and just enjoyed the channel so much.
You guys are so awesome. I love your dogs, and I love watching your videos.
Thank you.
And I cannot say we appreciate it so much when you guys do say hello, you recognize Jason, or maybe you recognize Bruce Wayne or Joey Justice. It literally fills the cup up. For me, I was overflowing. It was just so cool because we live in such a small town, and the amount of times that Jason and Bruce get recognized when we are in our little town blows my mind.
People didn't even know we live in the area.
They're like, we didn't know you live here. Like, we hear that all the time. And the other thing is, I told Jason to look it up. The amount of people that actually watch his videos, like one of his videos he looked up, it was like 83% of the views were people that were not subscribed. So there's like such a huge portion of people that Jason is reaching. They're watching the videos, and either they're not subscribed because maybe it's a one-off video, or maybe, as most people, don't set up a YouTube account and subscribe to the channel. So this is your reminder right here, right now. If you were just watching this and you're not subscribed, seriously, take a moment to support creators. this is a job. This is how we make our living, part of it. And so
Hardest job I've ever had.
it's the hardest job, and we pour our heart and souls into content creation. This is not an easy job. It's not an easy space to try to give as much as you can and do it well and creatively. So please take the time to just set up a YouTube account and subscribe and actually support these creators that you appreciate the content that they're doing. So just congrats to Jason. It's so cool to see how much that channel has really impacted people in a positive way. It's just such a happy but like honest space on the internet for anyone who loves dogs or is a dog owner. So cool.
Go look at Kara's reel. She made me dress up in her Buff Bunny clothes yesterday.
I didn't make him. He volunteered. He said he would do it with me.
Oh, crap. Now, one of us is going to have to change.
Go give that one a like.
He did it so good. It was literally, I had to do 17 takes because I hated mine. And Jason did it in like 2 takes. And I was like, okay, sass.
Just like before.
Anytime I do a voiceover situation with Jason, he's so much better than me at it. I'm like, how is this a thing? So if you guys like seeing those funny little reels with Jay and I, please go like it and let us know. That way I can keep dressing him in Buff Bunny collection and have him do the funny videos with me. Because I was literally snorting, belly laughing so hard. It was like 3 hours later, I was on the couch and I'm laughing. And Jason goes, "Are you still watching that reel?" And I'm like, yes, I can't not watch it. It makes me so happy. It's just so funny. But anyways, all right, toast. Whew, oh my gosh, you guys. I fully was thinking I was gonna bring my Insta360 cam, get some running footage, talk to you all about my thoughts and feelings during this run, because one of the things I love so much about running is how in my head I can get and just work through things. It's very therapeutic for me. I always feel just kind of like able to conquer things better after I run, and I'll have like a lot of really good insights and brainstorming moments, etc. But today I just kind of wanted to be in my own head, been listening to a podcast. It's like a perfect fall day out here, but it's also so busy on the trails. So that's been a little bit for me to just kind of like weave and get around people that I've just been in my head listening to a podcast, I should say. So I don't really have any amazing runner insights for you. Also low-key kind of dying because I just haven't been running as consistently or pushing myself as much. So I really just want to hone in on pushing myself throughout today's run. So I'm currently 4 miles in, stopping at the car to grab, let me show you what I brought with me. I didn't bring any, well, I do have intra fuel if I need it. I always run with carbohydrates with me. Always will bring a energy goo, but today I've got with me just a shaker cup filled with the Sour Strips Intra, which Intra is essential amino acids, plus there's hydration already in the Intra, so you don't really need to add hydration separately to it. Sometimes I do, depending on how much I'm going to sweat, but so I've got that in here. In addition, I added the Pump, which is non-stimulant, so no more stimulants. I had my coffee. Sour Strips flavor is launching on September 9th. It's going to be a huge launch. If you're looking forward to that, I highly suggest shopping when it launches, because this stuff sold out last year pretty quick. Code Kara will get you 20% off, but I'm going to finish hydrating with this, peel off my layer, and instead of going out on the trail because it's quite shady, I'm just going to run on this other trail up here to get maybe another mile or 2 in. I'd like to get past my 4 to 5 mile hump, which I feel like I've been in for a minute. I'd like to get 6 miles knocked out today. So a little slower run because I had to stop and go to the bathroom mid-run. Thought I was going to crap my pants if I'm being fully honest with you, but thankfully I'm wearing all the browns today, so we would have been okay. But hello, gimbal. Still learning the DJI camera before I go to Europe. But anyways, I'm gonna finish up this run, some hydration, and head home. It's windy out here. I wasn't expecting it to be this windy. Whew, I took a shower and this just took me so long to make. I don't know, I'm just slow, I think, because I'm hungry. I've got some wild caught salmon, some organic brown rice, and then I burnt a little bit of my vegetables. But I've got carrots, asparagus, red bell pepper, and onions. Oh my goodness, Bruce, you're drooling all over me. This isn't for you, bub. This is not for you. Go lay down, buddy. I'm just in a bathrobe because I finally took a full girl shower for the week, so that took me a bit. I had some pineapple to tide me over. The run went successful. I am proud of myself. I got 7 miles done. The only thing I'm not happy with is I got a blister on the inside of my foot because the socks I wore just weren't good socks. I wasn't even thinking about it today when they were fine for the gym, but not for an actual run. This salmon's been sitting here for 30 minutes. I reheated it, so it's probably gonna be subpar now, but I am that hungry, it doesn't even matter. Still good, BW. So yeah, it's a little hard for me sometimes to recover post-run. 7 miles is far for me right now because I haven't been running that distance. So between that and the nice hot shower, I can easily just like relax the rest of the day, you know? I can't talk and eat, can I? Look how beautiful it is out. It's literally a perfect day. That run was just like a fall run for me, and it was so good for my soul. It just really, I mean, I woke up today in a great mood and everything, but I don't know. I feel like that was everything I really needed. So I'm gonna cram this food in my mouth. Jason should be home shortly. Everybody wants my food. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Yeah, so I'm gonna cram this food in my mouth and then get ready. I've got some short form content I need to film. I have some deadlines to make before Europe, obviously, so I've got to stay on task with that, and then got some other to-dos as well. So we'll take you along for the day. I'll show you how we're looking after I finish getting dolled up. Let's talk about my personal progress throughout the Driven Challenge here. 10, technically 11 weeks this summer of showing up for ourselves. For me, it was really about getting back into that consistent pattern of tracking macros, making some adjustments, committing to my cardio routine that I had set in stone. Also, I wanted to apply better sleep hygiene habits and ensure that my sleep was better, and I was unwinding and shutting off from my phone at an earlier time to really impact my better sleep habits. And just overall continue to eat more whole foods and not be lazy with what I'm eating. So how did I do? Today's check-in, I did get a low weigh-in of 109 even. I was really hoping to push through that. I think you'll see a chart of my weigh-ins over the summer, and I want to keep that very realistic, right? I was already a lean individual entering into this process. And so I'm really pleased with the fact that I lost, near 3 or 4 pounds. And I do assume that that majority is fat loss. I don't feel like I've lost any muscle because I feel like my physique itself looks the best it's ever looked. I feel like my muscles look really full. I don't feel like I've lost any of that musculature. Like I've always had a very small upper body. And this is the first time I feel like I've been this lean that I feel like I haven't lost my shoulders, and I still have some nice symmetry to me. So anyways, I wasn't as focused on getting to a set number. It was more so just like really working towards my goals and being disciplined. And with that, I completed Forever Fit and then pivoted to the Grounds Olympics we had this past 4 weeks, which was just such a fun and humbling challenge in the Grounds app. Being dumbbell only, but being circuit style, I feel like was everything I needed to kind of give me a nice change of pace and really get that additional caloric burn from doing the circuit. So I may still do more circuit style training moving forward just because I had so much fun with it. All in all, I'm really happy with where I'm at, but I'm still not quite satisfied. So while the series is technically ending, I do have a couple weeks before I head to Europe, and I would like to keep making my workout's a priority. I mentioned in this vlog earlier that my final week and I didn't hit all my cardio sessions. And for me being a small person, that will impact progress for me. That will stall any type of
bring it back down to basics.
Which I kind of
for
have been
me,
in the
I sometimes do just a daily list.
The end of
and
August,
I write down all my.
A big part of me not pushing through that plateau was just not fulfilling the cardio needs, because my calories, I like to keep them not too low. I didn't make a ton of adjustments because I'm very cautious of not getting things too low or too restrictive in that department. I like cardio, so I always like to go that route if I can help it. So I feel like I can keep pushing a little bit harder, ensuring I'm getting in my cardio the next couple weeks before I leave for Europe. And I might play around with a little before and after Europe. So we're definitely going to have some videos coming between now and Europe. In addition, I'm going to be filming a ton when I'm in Europe. You just may not get content while I am there. I can't end out this challenge without giving some kudos to the amount of you that showed up for this series, the amount of you that have been engaging in the videos, in the Discord. I couldn't even keep up with it with everything else I had on my plate, but it didn't mean I wasn't reading everything. You all have been doing so many incredible things for yourselves. You've been spelling out your goals each week, setting your intentions. You've been showing up for other people in the community. And that is exactly what I want to foster with this community for life. That is what this community is all about, is having a group of supportive people who get what you're going through. And I had a couple people that I wanted to shout out who were willing to share their before and after photos from Driven and also doing grounds games. So first up, we have Randy. She is also in our grounds inner circle, and Randy has just been working her butt off this summer, showing up for herself. Not only that, but also just being a supportive member of the Discord community and just really offering help to each and every person. Like, anytime someone writes a comment, she's there supporting them, and really saw some incredible changes this summer. And I know Randy's like me, and she's going to keep working harder because she's still got goals she's chasing. I also want to shout out to Shelly, aka Toki or Tokidoki. I can't help but not think about that. So cute handle name. Also in the Discord channel, saw some great changes this summer, following along the Driven videos. Also, for both Randy and Shelly and many of you out there, including myself, summer has been a time that we also would go on vacation or take a long weekend, go on trips with our family. And so Randy and Shelly, I think both did that, myself included. And I think it just proves that we can go through these types of goals. We can still work on our fitness goals, but go have fun with our family, go take trips. Shelly, like Randy, was also so supportive in the Discord community, on the YouTube videos, just being here to uplift everyone, and also a fellow grounds inner circle girly. So thank you both for sharing your progress pics. And I really, truly thank each and every one of you who just have told me you look forward to these series every single summer. I lean on you all as much as I think you lean on me and these videos to keep you going and keep you accountable. There's not a day that would pass that I wouldn't have a thought about those women that I'm showing up for and who I want to show up for, and that I don't want to let you all down. So it's incredible when we think about that community support, and sometimes we maybe will just not show up for ourselves, but we're willing to show up for other people. So I'm happy if that community was created here for you and allowed you to start working towards some of your goals. And I encourage you to not give up. If you are not where you want to be at, that's okay. Many of us probably won't be satisfied after a 10-week period, an 11-week period. It's a very short period of time. I know it can feel longer than that, and you can feel like, when is this going to end? But truthfully, this shit never ends. It should never end. We should constantly be working towards ourselves, working towards that best version of ourselves. There's always different things we can do. It doesn't mean being in a chronic caloric deficit by any means, but there's always little things we can do to be working towards the best version of ourselves each and every day. You might be wondering who the winner is of the Driven Challenge, but not just yet, friends, not yet. That will be announced in my next video. What I need each and every one of you to do to be considered for the Driven winner is leave a comment below telling me what your goals were you set out for during this challenge and what you learned from this experience. So Like I said before, the winner wasn't going to be chosen as the person who lost the most weight or anything like that. One of the criteria I'm using is those of you that have engaged the most in the videos, shared these videos, etc. But additionally, I need you to do this one last bit, and that is comment below what you set out to do for yourself this summer and what you've learned from it. And maybe it was you set out to lose weight and you didn't follow through on it. Maybe that was your story this summer. I still want to know. I want to hear. And what did you learn about it? What have you learned from yourself? Because we have to be constantly learning in order to grow. You're never a failure unless you give up on yourself. So throw that comment down below. I can't believe we're ending the Driven series. It feels so weird, but don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. We still got some really cool videos planned. We're gonna do lots of fall spooky stuff, and then we're gonna get some really fun Europe content as well as the Grounds girls go international, baby. So until next time, stay healthy and stay driven.
That's a wrap on Driven.
That's a wrap.
Look at you, looking all good.
People think I'm competing.
I know.
In secret.
You look great.
Thanks, babe.
Good job.
Thanks, babe.
But it don't end yet.
Doesn't